Hello, it's Paul. It's your optometrist from Adelaide City Optometrist, and I'm here today to talk about the 5 main risk factors for macular degeneration. It's Macular Month, and you might have listened in various forms, whether it's through the internet or through your paper or through the news in regards to macular disease. Macular disease is the main cause of blindness here in Australia, with 50% of all people that are blind here in the country having macular degeneration. You also might have heard of the acronym AMD, and that's just age-related macular degeneration. So what is the macula? The macula is the most light-sensitive part of the retina. It's where all the nutrients from the arteries in the retina feed into, and it's where all our cones and all the receptors that give us our central vision reside from. So when you're looking at me, you're using your macula to see what you see. So let's get on to those 5 factors. So the first one is race. So if you're Caucasian, you're fair-skinned and you're blue-eyed, you're at the highest risk category. So the opposite applies if you're dark-skinned, if you've got an Asian heritage or if you've got an African heritage, then the likelihood of macular disease is a lot lower. The next comes through is age. So when we get to certain decades in our life, we get more susceptible to problems in our vision. And then over 50, 1 in 7 Australians have the signs of macular disease. When we get to 80, 15% of the population have had vision loss due to macular degeneration. So it's really critical as we get older to have more frequent eye tests, because that loss of vision doesn't come with any pain. It's just blurred vision that sort of creeps up and gets worse and worse as time progresses. So we've covered race, we've covered age. The next thing is family history. So unfortunately, that genetic line is really strong in detecting whether we'll get conditions that affect the vision. So if you've got a direct family member, mum, dad, brother and sister with macular degeneration, then you've got a 50% chance of developing the condition at some stage as well. So if you know that, then it's really important that you come in so I can have a look at your eyes to detect those early signs of macular degeneration. The other thing is lifestyle. So the big no-no for the last few decades has been smoking. So along with all the other negative attributes of smoking, the other big one is macular disease. So if you've got early signs of it, the rate of regression if you're a smoker is 4-fold. You know how we were talking about all those nutrients that are coming through? So the nicotine and the carcinogens in the smoking deprive the retina, the blood vessels get constricted, and so because of that loss of nutrients, it just progresses the macular disease at a lot quicker rate. Then the other thing is UV radiation. So we've had decades of now of the slip, slop, slap campaign of protecting ourselves from the damage that occurs from the sun and from blue light, and the same applies to our eye health or our macular health. So protecting our eyes with good quality sunglasses is critical, and that also helps with the slowing down of the progression of macular disease. So I haven't gone over treatments, but basically the 5 main risk factors, and their race, their age, their family, their health, and critically smoking, and then exposure to UV radiation. So the next question, I'll just sneak it in, is when should you get your eyes checked? I reckon when you're over 45, come in on an annual basis so we can make sure that you've got healthy eyes and healthy vision, or if you're in those categories where, especially if there's a family history of macular disease. Thanks for your time. Look forward to talking more about your health at the next episode.